Alright, I'm back. It is time for your vitamin, and today we talked about the mouth, we talked about the nose, we get up to the eyes. Now we're moving out to the outside of your head. We're going to move out to your ears. And we're going to spend some time on the ears because there's a lot going on with the ears. So I'll show you how complex the ears are, because they're not just these pretty little things sitting out here on the outside of your head. That just helps capture the sound. Kind of like a bat. So here is your ear. Like I said, there's a lot going on there. A whole lot going on. Okay? You got this pretty little thing out here. You've got a little membrane inside of that. You got some open space, and then you got this little shell-looking thing on the inside of it. Well, let's talk about some of these things. First off, once you get past that little membrane, which is slightly porous, that's why whenever you're on an airplane or you're down in the water and you get a lot of pressure buildup and you yawn, you open everything up. Okay? That membrane gets stretched, the pores open, you can let some air and gases out, and it relieves the pressure because, well, your inner ear is affected by pressure, and you'll know that if you get stuck on a flight and you can't get that pressure to relieve, and then you've got all the pain and suffering and you're dizzy and just not having a good time. So the main thing whenever you're on a plane, learn how to yawn to get that stuff to open up. Chewing gum does help very well with that. But with that, behind that, you've got three little bones back there. You have the anvil, the stapes, and I'm forgetting if everyone started the incus. All three of those guys will fit right there where you're seeing Abe. So they'll fit basically on his head. It's about how small they are. Three smallest bones in the body. But very, very important bones, because what they do is their little drummers back there, they're drummed away every time that sound gets captured by this thing and goes into your ear. They get some feedback from that membrane. It vibrates. They start clapping and doing stuff, and then that sound moves into that little shell-looking thing that you saw, which is filled by a lot of fluid. A lot of fluid in there, and about 20,000 hairs. Once those hairs are gone, you never regrow them. So you don't want it going away like this stuff on top of your head. You want to protect those. And with that, anything over 120 decibels for over 7 minutes starts causing a lot of inner ear damage. So those little hairs in there start vibrating so much that they kind of float away. You don't want that. So if you're at a concert, try to stay away from the speakers. If you're using some of these, and you've got these, way down deep in the head, don't crank it up to 11, okay? Keep it at about a 5, 6, maybe a 7, because with these, you have a lot of pressure being driven into that ear space. Not much air is coming back out, so you're just constantly just pounding on the inner ear, which it does not like. It will give you some feedback if you're listening to stuff too loud. Or if you have these, and you get everything covered up, and you're beating sound into them at high levels, you're going to have some major ear damage. You're going to have some ringing, and by the time you hit 40, you're not going to hear very well, and by 50, even less, and by the time you're 60, 70, you're going to have something else in your ear that helps you hear. And, those are kind of big and clunky, and they're no fun. They don't look cool. You don't want those. So, keep it turned down just a little bit. Try to crank it to 11 all the time, okay? Even though I know it's cool and we like to rock out. But that's for all my rocker friends out there. But with that, take care of your ears. Also, whenever you have these things on your head, or you have these things in your ear, you get about 700 times the amount of bacteria that lives in your ear stuffed in there. That's a lot of bacteria over the course of an hour. Okay, so if you got those in there for 2 hours or 3 hours, or you got one of those little headpieces for your phone that you live with and have it in your ear for 4, 5, 6 hours a day, take that thing out, clean it, get some hydrogen peroxide, and especially for these, clean those well every time you use them, and clean your ear too. Actually, the best ways to clean your ear is not with one of these. I know you want to go digging for gold. I know it feels good, scratches on the inside of the ear, but try not to dig too deep with these, because you need that earwax to actually protect your ear, keeps dust and mites and all kinds of other stuff out of there. And it's a natural cleaning process for your ear to have that wax going out. But if you'll take a little bit of olive oil 2 drops of olive oil in there. That will help lift everything out of your ears. Or, like I said with these guys, if you'll take some hydrogen peroxide and put that in your ear, you can use this if you want to put that in your ear. It's nice, fizzy, crackly, feels really, really cool. For your kids, it actually helps out with reducing inner ear issues as well, because they'll have bacterial buildup. If you kill that bacteria off, you don't have those issues now, do you? Also take your probiotics. But with that, that is your ear. There's a lot to know about your ear. I took forever for that, but they're very, very important. In fact, one last little tidbit for you. If you have balance issues, it's because of your inner ear. That's where all your balance happens. You have your little gyroscope in there. Olympic level gymnasts and people like that, and dancers specifically, have fantastic inner ear function. The best way to improve your inner ear function is, one, to move around, do some spinning, slow spinning, take some dance classes. Dance classes will help out tremendously with balance. Just start slow and build up. So with that, that's your ear. Love your ears. Take care of your ears. Try not to rock out too much with your ears. Protect them for the rest of your life so you can hear everything that there is out there. Because if you can't use them, you can't hear them, you can't hear me, you can't listen to this. I want you to listen to this. With that, take care of your ears. See you tomorrow.